Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. In today's video, let's talk about Google's digital monopoly in terms of search and its advertisement. Okay, almost every single day we use Google. We search on it, we watch on YouTube, we get our emails. Google is basically the air we breathe online. For 2 decades, it has been untouchable, a true digital monopoly. But something huge is happening right now. Google is getting hit by a one-two punch, an existential threat on two sides that could fundamentally end its dominance. Punch 1: global governments are coming after them with historic antitrust lawsuits. Punch 2: a brand new technology, generative AI, is threatening to destroy Google's $200 billion advertising business model from the inside out. The internet we know is about to change. If Google falls, everything changes. Stick with me because we're breaking down exactly how this digital titan might finally be brought down. Let's dive in. Okay, let's discuss then in different parts. Part 1: the monopolies, the money machine. First, let's be clear, how did Google become a monopoly in the first place? It's not just one thing, it is two massive interlocking money machines: search and ads. The search monopoly. You think you choose Google? Think again. US courts have already ruled that Google has maintained an illegal monopoly on search. How? It's money. They pay companies like Apple and Samsung billions of dollars every year. We are talking estimated 15 to 20 billion dollars just to be the default search engine on your phone, iPhone and Android. Let's make a simple analogy here. Imagine if Coca-Cola paid every grocery store to put their soda in the entrance and hide Pepsi in the back closet. Are you really choosing Pepsi? No. They have locked the door, and that's what this default settings is. It keeps Google's market share at over 90%. The AdTech monopoly. This is where they make the real money. Google dominates digital advertising. Think of it like a chain of events. They own the ad tools publishers use to sell space on their websites. They own the exchange where ads are bought and sold. They own the tools advertisers use to buy the ads. Courts have found that Google has been rigging its own casino, favoring its own services, and extracting an enormous cut, often over 30%, from every transaction. They are effectively controlling every step, and that has fueled their multi-trillion-dollar valuation. Now, part 2: the regulators and antitrust storm. Okay, so that's how they made the money. Now, let's look at the first punch: the government lawsuits. The world is finally fighting back. The legal pressure cooker. It is not just the US, it is a coordinated global attack. First, United States. Two major wins already, one against the search monopoly and one against the ad tech monopoly. The US DOJ is not looking for a slap on the wrist. They are seriously exploring structural separation, which means they want Google to break up key parts of its business. Europe and the EU, they have a history of big fines, but now they are going for big changes. They are forcing Google to change how its products work across the entire continent, especially in ad tech, to give rivals a fair chance. India, they have successfully gone after Google for its Android app store monopoly, forcing them to allow other payment systems besides Google's own. The big remedy? Here is the massive takeaway from the courts. Google is losing its right to pay for defaults. The days of paying Apple or Samsung billions to be the only search engine are numbered. If a company can no longer buy its way into your phone, rivals like DuckDuckGo or Perplexity suddenly have a real shot. The implications, like more competitions, more choice for you, and potentially less dominant power for Google. Now to the part 3: the existential AI threat. Now buckle up because this is the real game changer. Antitrust is a threat, but generative AI is an existential threat. It attacks the very foundation of Google's business. The death of the link. Google's $200 billion business model relies on a simple process: search query, link clicks, ad revenue. But what does ChatGPT or Gemini do? You ask, how do I change the oil in my 2024 Toyota Camry? Old Google will answer, give you a 10 links to mechanics and blogs. You click, they make money. New AI will gives you a direct, summarized step-by-step answer right on the screen. If you get the answer immediately, you don't click the links. If you don't click the link, Google doesn't show an ad. If Google doesn't show an ad, Google doesn't make money. This is what we call the innovator's dilemma. Google cannot fully embrace the new AI model without destroying its own multi-billion-dollar ad revenue system. Second, the new digital gateways. The battlefield is shifting. AI native browsers. We are seeing new AI powered browsers and dedicated AI apps emerge. These become your new homepage, the new starting point for your internet journey, totally bypassing the traditional Google search bar. The conversational interfaces. Instead of a search bar, the internet's new interface is a chat window. Google doesn't automatically control that gateway. This forces Google to run an incredibly costly two front war, defend its old profitable search model, and pour billions into new AI model that might be less profitable. So let's conclude. Is Google's monopoly finally over? Not it. Google is a massive company with the smartest engineers and the deepest pockets. They are fighting back hard with their own AI, Gemini, and their own search generative experiences. But the double punch of antitrust ruling limiting their access to distribution and generative AI destroying their core business model means the next 5 years will be the most turbulent in Google's history. This is a huge win for consumers. Why? Because when a monopoly is challenged, we get innovation, better products, and more choice. What do you think? Will AI finally be the wrecking ball that antitrust couldn't be? Or will Google adapt and dominate the next generation of search? Let me know in the comments below. If you want more deep dives like this, hit the like button to tell the algorithm you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And I will see you in the future. Peace out.